Hey right guys, Trippy Reacts here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 9 of Monsters, the Lyle and Erik Menendez story, which is of course the finale to the entire show. The spoiler alert, won't be a season 2, so we're going to see how this kind of wraps up and the verdict. We had the hung jury last episode, so it didn't come to a conclusion, skipped a bunch of time, and then now it just kind of like how Erik said, it just feels like things are shifting, like there's so many things against them, like we know how the men of the jury feel. We got these tremors going on, so even Mother Earth feels differently about it. The public are against them. We got the tapes that are being released. They can't use that it was defense as a reason anymore. They can't put Lyle on the stand. It's just like there's a and the Lyle's lawyer left as well. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff that's not looking great for them. So yeah, we'll see. As for this show, I think, like I said with Dharma, it's hard. I don't really like rate these kind of shows. It's difficult. There's like things you kind of have to go and being skeptical about. Things that have definitely been made up for the sake of dramatization for TV. Some things I kind of understand that they have to add some little moments in there for dramatization. But then there's some things that's like, did we really need to? The big one that everyone's talking about on Twitter is like the incestuous relationship between Lyle and Erik. That apparently, again, I'm going to probably look into things that like YouTube videos and all that stuff after the show. I didn't want to do it during the show because I just wanted to kind of react to the episodes, but apparently like that wasn't even a thing. That just literally was thrown into the show. Maybe a reporter kind of suggested it at some point, but it's like, so yeah, there's some things in there that's like, it feels a bit when you're kind of dealing with real subjects, like things that actually happened. I will say overall as well, I think Dharma was maybe the better show. Like overall, like the better made show, but they're both different, I guess. And then we've got season 3 that is coming out as well, probably in a couple of years, with Charlie Hunnam playing another serial killer that I don't know. I think all these that they just keep dishing out, I know who they are, but I just don't know about the story around it. So yeah, but very well made show and very well acted show. I won't be surprised if we get a few award nominations for the main two here at some point. I don't think they should win an Emmy for it. I don't think it's like kind of up there, but they are really good in this show. So yeah, episode 9, guys. Let's do this.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
Wow, that happened during that. That happened while they got that trial done quick then, didn't they? The OJ one. Jesus. 95. It's been
so what are you
6
saying?
years.
That we're fucked now? Because I gotta level with you, I just don't see it that way. OJ is like the biggest fucking killer of all time, right? And he got away with it.
Yeah, well, I still, I mean, I was only 1 when that happened, but
Got our case because they need a win and they need it now.
Fine.
Just another reason it's stacking against them.
My preference would be to have Jill back or call Cochran.
A monthly pledge card
Hey,
to the Lyle Menendez Defense
he set up a
Fund?
Patreon.
Fighting for your life pro bono. Did you order a new wig and have it sent to the jail and it cost $2,500?
Oh, first about to say 25 grand. I was like, bro.
And I think that our catchphrase can be, if you've been abused, you cannot be accused.
Could be worse.
My life is on the line.
Yeah, well, you sound like an idiot.
Erik, do I need to remind you?
It's just drawing hangman.
You're the fucking idiot. And all you had to do was keep your stupid little mouth shut.
Apparently this is made up as well, like him putting a lot of the blame onto Erik apparently was also nothing. Again, I'm going off what, take it with a grain of salt, I'm going off what people are saying on YouTube, Patreon, Twitter.
Again, I did not know that she was fucking
And
recording
you sound
me, Erik.
insane! Fucking stupid that was! Then you go off and write all those crazy fucking letters asking everyone to lie for us? Who are you?
Yeah, not great.
You say your eyes are black. All we had to do was hang one more jury. We had to convince one more person, and we'd be out of here. But that's never gonna happen now, because no one believes us. Everyone hates us. Everyone wants.
I know they basically told us how this is going to end. It's not even.
Because it's all up to me now, and I really don't know if I can get back up there and do it again. I don't know.
Well, you better figure it the fuck out, because I'm not dying in here just because you're a pathetic, weak little bitch.
Jesus.
Take this into the courtroom, please, because I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
They are really good actors. I've not seen them in anything before.
Down to the testimony and whether you're going to believe him.
Objection.
Ms. Abramson, we're not doing this.
Is he?
Ladies and gentlemen,
The guy from
judge
Prison
people
Break.
by what they
Yes.
do.
Dad, this car's a piece of shit.
$32,000.
I can lean over and I can touch the fucking passenger seat. This feels like a fucking clown car.
Oh no!
Let's wrap this up, sign the fucking papers. Thank you for buying me a piece of shit.
Jeez.
Friends, aren't you? Not the hit TV show. And then
No, that's come out now. I love that it crossed over into when that actually did come out.
who murders his parents?
Objection. Relevance.
You can't object to everything he says, counsel.
Objection, yes you can. I don't actually know. Can you object to everything they say?
They'd gone to the movies, and Erik went inside to get his fake ID, but he didn't go in through the front door. He went in through the living room window. Yeah, because those doors were quieter, and he didn't want to wake them up.
So they were asleep.
Yes.
Oof. Yeah, that's not quite how it was. I don't know. I wasn't there, believe it or not, but...
Do you believe the murders were premeditated?
Objection. Strike that from the record.
You're shouting, counsel.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no.
angry, so my voice is loud.
I don't care if you're angry.
Rich kids who kill their parents for money.
Objection.
Court is going to hold you in contempt.
For what?
In contempt pretty soon because I am finding your rulings astonishingly biased.
Yeah. It's always a biased judge, isn't it? Always the case.
Brian, did Lyle Menendez write you a letter from jail?
Yeah, he wanted me to watch this movie called At Close Range.
Hi, Erik.
Objection.
I literally just said hi.
Intimidation, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Overruled?
Yeah, you'd have one shot.
When you thought you couldn't get a gun, or when you'd already tried to get a gun?
I don't.
They're trying to recount like small details from 6 years ago now.
At the place you were trying to get a gun. I mean,
When you were trying to get a gun, when you got a gun, when you were thinking about getting a gun.
Object to that relevance.
Overruled.
This is overruling everything. The most biased judge.
inspired about, meticulously planned the murder of their parents. How, why, and when they planned it, it's more than relevant.
Correct. I'll allow it.
Correct, brother. I got you, man. That's basically what I just said.
Clients eligible for the death penalty.
No, I would just like to be heard.
Ms.
Your
Abramson,
Honor.
stop it.
What a knob.
Approximately 12 rounds of buckshot into the bodies and into the faces of your mother and father.
Objection, we dispute that number.
I said
He
approximately.
said
Your Honor.
approximately.
Shoot out people's kneecaps, and just all in all, they just make a mess of their victims.
Shot out your mother's kneecap. There it is.
Cool. Thanks.
She was shot so many times, Erik. So many times that her skeleton, quote, effectively lost all structural integrity.
Objection.
Overruled.
Overruled. Thanks, mate.
Planned to make it look like the mafia did it. You didn't just come up with that in the heat of the moment. Planned it.
There's more men on this jury than the last one as well. Only mentioned that because they said that the men didn't care about the sexual assault thing in the last one.
The way you did it proves that it was a premeditated double murder.
Have you ever been raped by your father, Mr. Koch?
Completely irrelevant.
Objection.
Oh, no, we will get to the lie that you were sexually abused by your parents.
Objection.
God.
Overruled.
Overruled.
2 days of my life I'll never forget. The day JFK was shot,
Of course.
and the day I saw Erik and Lyle Menendez talking that way to their parents.
Why are you acting like that now? I don't understand.
They're the 2 days you'll remember.
And just to reiterate, what day was this?
Oh, I'll always remember that day.
Lyle and Erik seemed scared of their parents.
No. Their parents were scared of them.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt the video here, guys. It's just a reminder that we don't take any sponsors on this channel, so this is just kind of sponsored by me. And it's just a short, quick reminder to let you guys know that if you do want to join us over on Patreon, the link will be in the description and the pinned comment down below. You can join us over on there for free to get certain posts, or you can join us for a certain pledge, and you can get the early and uncut reactions to pretty much all the shows that I do. Or as another option, you can click the join button under the video, and for just $2 a month, you can get loyalty badges, early access to new videos, and priority reply to all comments. Appreciate you guys so much for watching. Now back to the video, whatever video that might be.
I never heard any shouting.
But what about fighting? Erik said that Jose and Kitty were always fighting.
No, I never heard fighting, no shouting. They were just very messy.
There's no way she didn't hear any shouting the whole time she was there.
Did you ever see him hit them, threaten them, or shout at them?
Never. Jose was not an angry man. I never saw him angry.
Okay. Main part of that, she never saw him angry. Let's focus on that bit now.
To accuse her of the things that they're saying that she did.
You're gonna burn in hell for that, boys.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn in hell.
Objection.
Overruled. This has got to be the stupidest judge I've ever seen in my life. The judge just wants to get this over with. He already said, like, he just doesn't want another hung jury. So he's picked the side he wants to side on. Okay, I'll go bias with that then.
There is not a shred of evidence that any of that ever happened. I demand a mistrial.
No. Sit down.
No.
Ms. Abramson, sit down. Counsel?
What a dumb judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's all in here, ladies and gentlemen. Down to how you should wear a yellow sweater on the stand.
How is this relevant, bro?
How many hours did they spend confessing to Dr. Ozzy? Every other excuse, why didn't they mention sexual abuse then?
Because the parents were there the whole time.
Because it didn't even occur to them to say it until they met that woman.
Objection.
Overruled.
Overruled.
Into a story so horrific, it's almost impossible to believe. Don't feel badly if you don't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. It is literally impossible to believe.
Is it literal? It's literally impossible to believe. Interesting.
Oh, and they're paying her. Isn't that incredible?
She's not. She's doing it pro bono. She just said that.
Honor, would the court ask Miss Abramson to stop playing hangman with her client?
That's how they're playing.
Counsel, will you please stop playing hangman with your client?
Outrage. Tut, tut, tut. He knows he's won it. Look at it.
It's people who love money.
Money. Yeah, it's all about money.
Mom had to go. Mom had to go too.
Jury got the shake of the heads.
They're guilty of exploiting the trauma of real sexual abuse victims everywhere, trying to use it to get away with murder.
How to get away with murder.
Taking the memories of the good, decent, loving mother and father.
Yep, we all want a dad like Jose.
Jose and Kitty Menendez were sleeping. They couldn't defend themselves against the sons who executed them.
We've only heard his case. Don't get me wrong, he is absolutely wrecking them. But he has been given it so easily. The judge just is on his side, so it's like, well, of course he's going to wreck him.
The jury has reached a verdict. Defendants, please rise.
I mean, we didn't even see her case, so it's like, she didn't say anything the whole trial.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joseph Lyle Menendez, guilty of murder in the first degree for the murders of Jose Menendez.
That was quick, there's no build-up to that at all.
We further find the special circumstance allegation that the defendant, Erik Galen Menendez, intentionally killed the victims while lying in wait to be true.
Oh, there you go. There's like no build-up to that scene. It's boom, done.
Life without parole or death.
Jeez.
Court is adjourned.
Well.
Oh, don't give me that crap. Those shits deserve to die. And
that was so quick. Usually there's like a whole like dun 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 picking up and pulling out this, you know, can't do the slow-mo.
I think these boys were abused their entire lives.
I guess they didn't do the build-up because it's just so obvious. Oh, is this what happened with the jurors?
if Andy cared so much about his poor little cousin, why didn't he say something about it years ago?
He was a child and he was scared. What about those horrible pornographic photos of the boys?
Oh, please, they took those photos themselves.
There's always one who just talks.
So stupid.
You don't know that Jose...
If Jose was such a pedophile, why were there only 2 photos, huh?
I never thought of that one! So, fuck off.
Let me see the one of the boys sitting on Jose's lap.
Doing this with her fingers.
Sexual abuse? Because where I come from, we call it a Christmas card.
Okay.
It's a load of shit, and if it was the truth, then he should have just run away or told the cops.
Oh, yeah. You make it sound so easy. He should have just ran away or called the cops. Oh, why didn't they think of that one? She's figured it out.
Did you hear him on the tape talking about missing his parent that he murdered, like missing his dog?
I mean,
Jesus Christ, I think it's the coldest.
The dogs
thing
were
I've
probably
ever heard
kinder to him.
Fucking psycho!
Definitely from Clifton.
They ran towards the very thing that they say they were so scared of.
The only thing she's ever probably been scared of in her life is not getting the item she wants on Black Friday or something. What is she on about?
You expect me to believe a word of it? Well, I don't.
Can we cut to the next scene? She's doing my head in.
And I will not stop until you all get your heads out of your asses and put them to death.
Can we put her to death next? Fake.
Someone get some help.
No, she should have just ran away from the heart attack. If you're scared of heart attacks, You just run away from them. Did she actually die?
I gotta admit, I'm pretty nervous about being here.
Oh my god.
Crazy how some things work out.
Did that actually happen, bro? There's no way that happened. That's some woman who just wouldn't shut up, had a heart attack in the juror's room. It's like God was like, shut her up just to be like, yeah, we're not going to give him the death sentence. Going on. Him doing his tie instead. Or his collar. God, imagine walking into a room where you're basically about to find out if you've been sentenced to death.
The jury could have recommended the death penalty, but after 3 days of deliberation, they opted to send the brothers to prison for the rest of their lives with no chance of parole.
Okay, there you go.
Please.
God knows what they could cook up if they lived in the same prison for the rest of their lives.
Cook up? What are they going to do?
Leslie, they're liars. They shot their parents while they were sleeping on a couch.
Oh, I can't bloody believe it.
What's going on?
You and your brother are being transferred.
Oh. Oh. Wait, they're going to the same place? They're going to different prisons. When I see you again, that's what it's going to do, and then go down different roads. Yeah. Damn.
You're going to Folsom.
Your brothers.
The brother's going someplace else. Where?
How far? Good luck.
You're not chickening out, are you? You bought the guns.
I feel like he's trying to paint the scene that, like, this is a scene where they thought, they're conspiring to kill us. Where they were just talking about the future more so.
Let's fucking do it.
So I think he's trying to paint it in a way as like,
yeah,
the parents weren't trying to plot to kill them.
Let's fucking do it.
That's the one thing, like, I do, maybe based on what I've seen of the show and the limited amount that I do know. I don't know if I entirely believe the parents were planning to kill the two sons, but at the end, Lyle and Erik Menendez maintain the allegation of sexual abuse at the hands of their mother and father, which I believe. They continue to serve life sentences without the possibility of parole. Yeah. Ugh. There you go. Alright. Done. Episode 9. Yeah, I was led to believe that, like, when I started the show, I actually didn't know what the sentence was, but then I've seen clips coming out since, and Netflix have released a trailer for, like, the real Menendez story or whatever. So I think they did this with Dharma as well. They released, like, a Dharma documentary a month after their Dharma show came out, so they're doing the same thing with this, it seems like, and they're going to talk more about it, which I might actually watch, just because apparently it's the first time they've publicly spoke about anything for, like, 10 years, correct me if I'm wrong. So I do want to watch that, and I need to go down and, like I say, do a bit more of my own kind of research and stuff, but yeah, again, good episode. It was kind of very, very obvious the more this episode went on, like, where it was leading, and it even added even more, like, how biased the judge was this episode, and we had more men on the jury this time around, which, again, I only mentioned because the last time they said the 3 men that were on there were the one that basically made it a hung jury because they didn't believe that men could be sexually assaulted or anything like that. So, yeah, who's this guy as well? The guy who came in, who's like the free counsel for Lyle. He did nothing. What was I trying to say? They received life sentences rather than death sentences. This is justice. No one has the right to kill. Yeah, I think, like, at the end of the day, they did kill 2 people brutally as well. So I don't know if I'm like, should they be out free walking the streets? I mean, I'm glad they didn't get the death sentence, 100%. But I don't know. I need to look into it all for sure, but it is a tough one. It's a tough one. I believe that they were sexually abused. I believe that. I've seen clips of, I think it was Erik, actually, kind of recounting, and Lyle, actually, both of them recounting the events. And I've seen a few more things here and there, like, say, on Twitter and stuff, and I don't know. I feel like I just believe it. So, yeah. A lot of people saying this show's kind of biased against the Menendez brothers as well, which I find interesting. I think I saw Ryan Murphy come out and talk that, people just don't understand what I was trying to do with the show. I was trying to show everyone's perspective of the situation. It's like, okay, did we need everyone's perspective, though, Ryan Murphy. Everyone's perspective. I get it. I don't know. I don't think it felt entirely biased against the brothers until the last few episodes. But again, I need to kind of differentiate what is fact. Like, I'm assuming factually, Lyle was a bit of an idiot and was speaking to that woman on the phone, having his conversations recorded. I'm assuming that actually happened. But then there's probably some other things in there that, like, another example, people are saying, like, Lyle being so emotionally detached from it all just apparently was not a thing. So it's like, you're trying to show everyone's perspective, but then you're also adding your own little thing into it to try to spice it up or be biased against them. I don't really know. So yeah, Ryan Murphy's always been a bit of an odd one, but I think like he makes good shows. I can't deny that. Like, early Glee's good, early American Horror Story's good. Like, Dharma and this are like well-made shows. Scream Queens was crap, but it was fun. So I can't deny that. But I think there's just sometimes with Ryan Murphy, he just kind of either oversteps or gets like puts his own little spin on things that just does not need to be done. Just make a good show. It doesn't. Again, it's like his vision, but you are recounting with this and Dharma. You're recounting events that actually happen. Save your little weird things you want to do for American Horror, which he has done. Don't get me wrong. For like American Horror Story and Glee, sure, they're your shows. They're not based on anything. Go for it. But when it's kind of based on things that actually happened, again, I get little things that you're gonna have to add for dramatization. Like, I use the example of like when he had to go back to the boot to get the 2 shells and the receipt. That maybe did happen. I think it probably didn't, and they just did it for TV. That, I don't mind little things like that. It's like, okay, you added a 2-minute scene of them having to go back to the boot and the cops are around and they have to get the shells out. It's like, okay, you add it in there for a bit of dramatization. And again, maybe that did actually happen, I don't know. But when you're just like making up incest stories between the 2 brothers and then making out Lyle had no emotion about the whole thing, it's like, okay, they're quite big things that you're getting a bit overly involved in that way. And I think that's mainly why people kind of have issues with these kind of shows. People watch these shows, they always end up being the most popular. Like Netflix, I think their crime documentaries are some of the most popular shit they have on there. And I watch a few of them. I watched like the American, what was it called? I forgot. The guy who like killed his pregnant wife and 2 daughters, like that one. So I watched like the odd Netflix crime documentary here and there, and then of course I'll react to these shows as well. So they always end up being popular. But I can see why people do kind of have issues with them as well, and they always end up. And season 3 will come out and it'll stir up the conversation again about it being controversial and Ryan Murphy getting overly involved, and I'm sure families will come out and say how much they hate the show as well. So it just kind of will keep going, but people will keep watching it and it'll keep going and going and going. So yeah, like I say, I'm not helping the situation because I'm literally reacting to the show, but I don't know if I stand on the line that these stories shouldn't be told or anything like that. I just think they need to rein it in a little bit with some of the liberties they kind of take. But that's, yeah, how I feel about it. So, all right. What did I give Dharma? Again, I'm not really going to rate it, but I'm just curious what I did give Dharma. But that was 2022, wasn't it? Yeah, 22. That's wild. September 22, so it's actually been genuinely 2 years. Yeah, I'd say overall Dharma was the better show. I think Evan Peters was just amazing, but these 2 were great in this show as well. Like they really did an amazing job acting wise, as did a lot of the other characters and actors. So yeah, there we go, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'm gonna go watch some YouTube videos about the Menendez brothers and maybe watch that Netflix. I'll see what people kind of say about it, but maybe watch that Netflix documentary they have coming out. I think it's in like a couple of weeks or something as well. I won't react to that, but I'll probably watch it in my own time. So yep, I'll see you for the next monster show, whatever that might be. Or we know what it is, I just don't know who that serial killer is, but Charlie Hunnam's in it. So yeah, until then, take care. Peace.